Hello and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. This is episode 37 of my playthrough. I'm currently aboard the Unreliable and we are in orbit of Eridanos. Last episode, near the end, I returned to the Unreliable to unload a bunch of stuff because I was finally becoming over encumbered with the fact that I had pretty much close to 370 carry weight. So as you can see now, it's a lot better. I'm going to equip this signed toss ball stick to Felix because he's a huge fan of toss ball. So I will then store this in the bin. So if I go to weapons, I will store this. And I also decided to maybe reassign equilibrium to someone else who has a crappy weapon right now. Yeah, Ellie, I'm not really taking her anywhere, so for now. Nyoka has a good weapon. Parvati, look at that DPS. Insane. Yeah, I like having shotguns, so yeah, whatever. I'll store this the equilibrium weapon also in there, and we'll sell that the next time we're near a vending machine or a vendor. The armor that I have carrying with me, I'm keeping for now, and the aid items are fine as well. So right now I'm at 141 out of 370, so that should be more than enough. So anyways, yeah, last time...
You're adjusting before you pull. You're anticipating it.
Last time we... trying to remember what I did. Oh yeah, we went to interrogate the prophet of profitability. So yeah, it's, from what we found out, it's pretty clear that she didn't murder Halcyon Helen. However, she did, I guess, try to poison her. And anyway, she looked like she was dead, but then she dragged the body outside, but then the body somehow woke up and moved off on its own. So something weird is going on for sure. I'm almost tempted to think that she isn't really dead. To be honest, at this point, you know, the writing is kind of in the sky, and yeah. So I have 4 main quests here that I need to go turn in to Ludovico, the administrator at the Grand Colonial. So just to show you a little bit of what I have Lord of Light. So that was for suspect Cedric Kincannon. I have The Man Who Chafed. That one was for Spencer Woolrich. Prince of Tossball. That's for Black Hole Birdie. And finally, the Productivity Queen for the Prophet of Profitability. So all 4 of these people had motive to murder Halcyon Helen. So I've interrogated all of these 4 people, and unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, but yeah, I'm pretty positive that none of these 4 have actually murdered Helen. So I'm going to go report to Ludovico here by going back to the penthouse suite at the Grand Colonial. Holster my gun.
Hope you've been enjoying your stay.
Thank you, yes. I really love that picture. The facial expression on Helen is priceless. Look at those creatures, they're pretty nasty. The brain eaters. Yeah, so it's been a while. It had been a while since I gone back to the Unreliable. This game or this DLC also provides you like provides you with an alternate place.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get you to your floor on the double.
You can use basically the penthouse suite
Next
as
stop, the finest seat in the house.
your headquarters when you're doing this DLC. That being said, I don't think there's any storage available. I'll have to double check the suite just to make sure. Which is actually what I'm going to do before I get in touch with Ludovico here. As you can see, all of the companions are here, so that's pretty neat. When I first arrived here, I was like, oh, cool, the gang's here. And yeah. So yeah, we're not going to use that terminal yet. I just want to make sure that nothing in the penthouse suite has been left, you know, behind or undiscovered. Sam is acting as the bartender, and big surprise, Nyoka is just there. There's some Spectrum vodka here, so for that quest, yeah, I think it's a task actually. But yeah, this is Helen's room. Nothing really noteworthy from what I can tell. Some wigs. Oh, some ammo in the suitcase that I forgot. Yeah, so no, nothing more I can interact with in this place. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I forgot I have this. I checked that first, so that's kind of neat. You basically, this one is the profit of profitability. Then you have the murder scene. You have Burbage, 3001, Spencer Woolrich. I'm not sure who that guy is, and that's the mascot. So can I just examine this? This board is covered with a loose collection of photographs and papers. Examine the board more closely. Something is rotten on Eridanos. With every step of your investigation, you come closer to the truth. Examine your suspects. Who could have killed Halcyon Helen? What was their motive? Look at Bertie Holcomb. Black Hole Bertie Holcomb, the Holmeister, the hack attack. Bertie was dating Helen at the time of her death. Could the hot-headed hacker be a cold-blooded killer? Examine the broken tossball stick. A ruined picnic at the Purpleberry Orchards. A tossball stick snapped in half. Were they arguing? Did Bertie lose control of his temper? And consider the other suspects. We'll have a look at Spencer Woolrich. And this board, by the way, gets filled up during the course of the investigation. It's just that I never came back until now, so it's kind of neat. But if you come back at some point, you can look at the progress of all that. So Spencer Woolrich, the supporting actor to the colony's leading woman, was Halcyon Helen's old rival responsible for sending her into retirement? Examine a shot of the hotel's security footage. You discovered incriminating footage of the hotel kitchen. While Chief Chef Anwar looks away, Spencer Woolrich can be seen tampering with Helen's food. Examine the invoice. A standard record of special requests made by hotel guests. Included in this list a curious request for a ptero ray gland on behalf of Mr. Spencer Woolrich. The request was fulfilled. I wonder if I missed some clues on this one, but yeah. Look at Burbage 3001. Burbage 3001, the most sophisticated acting automechanical since Burbage 3000. If an automechanical lacks sentience, can they truly be guilty of murder? Or was Burbage 3001 merely an accessory? Examine Burbage 3001's prop gun. Repurposed weaponry is a common feature in Connolly's automechanicals. As an acting automechanical, Burbage 3001's equipment may frequently be upgraded or replaced to suit its roles. You learned that Burbage 3001's most recent upgrade was performed by Spencer Woolrich. Look at the profitability. Jasmine Leyva, the prophet of profitability. Her seminars on wealth, prosperity, and the alignment of one's humors attract wealthy Byzantines to Eridanos. Does the heart of a vicious killer lurk beneath her spiritual veneer? Examine the seminar brochures. What prevents you from unlocking your true potential? Natural talent? Mental faculties? Crippling anxiety? No, says Jasmine Leyva. Your humors must be realigned with the profitable currents of the universe. It's difficult to imagine why Helen might have held the prophet in contempt. Examine personal notes. The prophet of profitability deploys a curious bouquet of herbs in her therapy sessions. These herbs run the gamut from the bizarre to the exotic. They all share one quality. Their side effects are highly unpleasant and potentially fatal. So those are the herbs that she used on Helen, apparently. Consider the other suspects. Cedric Kincannon, Sublight Underground's boss, proprietor of the Grand Colonial Hotel and Piraeus Spaceport, Administrator Ludovico's old rival, killer of Halcyon Helen. No clues with that one, unfortunately. And look at mascot. The mascot for the Rizzo's Rangers tossball team. He was in your room searching through Helen's belongings. Did Black Hole Birdie really send him? Why was he so terrified? And I don't have any additional clues for that. Take a step back and examine the list of victims. There's a killer on the loose on Eridanos. Examine Halcyon Helen. Ruth Bellamy, universally known by her role as Halcyon Helen, Princess of the Periodicals and Duchess of Dramaturgy. Helen was killed in the Grand Colonial Hotel ballroom. Dr. Blossom. Dr. Leora Blossom, head of research at the RR&DD Labs, located in the Purpleberry Orchards. Dr. Blossom's lab was under attack by her own technicians. During the chaos, an unknown assailant murdered her. You listened to her final moments over an intercom. Examine Constable Keene. Constable Maria Keene, killed at her desk. The nature of her wounds is familiar to you. So yeah. Consider the Eridanos atmospheric complex. After Ellen's murder, authorities placed a lockdown on all incoming and departing spacecraft. You are, as far as you know, the only exception. Look at the Prophet's Retreat. Jasmine Leyva, the Prophet of Profitability, holds a retreat in the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve, not far from the hotel. Wealthy patrons are encouraged to enjoy the hotel's amenities when they're not busy purging themselves of harmful, unprofitable humors gathering inside their anatomy. Look at the Piraeus Spaceport. The business end of Sublight Underground, something of a misnomer, as Sublight Underground's operations are about as high above ground as any location in Halcyon. Purpleberry Orchards are responsible for growing, cultivating the Rizzo's proprietary purpleberry, an essential ingredient in the majority of Rizzo's confections and beverages. Rizzo's workers seem uncomfortably happy all the time. So yeah, that one is, seems like there's also these, like, I'm going to say aliens that are taking over the people. Look at Rizzo's Research and Development Lab. The Rizzo's RR&DD Lab, formerly operated by Dr. Leora Blossom. Helen's trail led you to the RR&DD Lab, but when you arrived, something had driven its lab technicians to a violent frenzy. And let's take a step back. Consider additional evidence. Loose ends, critical clues, or red saltuna. Look at the model needler gun. This is an exact replica of the needler, Helen's signature weapon. You discovered traces of chemicals in Helen's upturned luggage. Someone removed the needler from her belongings. And look at the bottle of Spectrum Brown. Spectrum Brown, Rizzo's newest flavor of Spectrum vodka, or a disaster waiting to happen. At the bottom of each bottle lies the corpse of a parasitic life form, guaranteed to enhance flavor and improve your mood. I think that's done. So yeah. This is all stuff that we've accumulated throughout the investigation, I guess. Alright, so I think it's time to talk to Ludovico, tell him about what we've found out so far. So let's use this terminal here to get in touch with him.
Inspector, I've just received word that Constable Keene is dead. Please tell me it isn't true.
She was murdered in her office.
Halcyon Helen, Leora Blossom, Maria Keene. There's a murderer on the loose, Inspector.
Yeah.
You must stop them. I don't have Maria to count on anymore, so I'm counting on you.
Whoever murdered her used the Needler.
The Needler was among Helen's belongings. Whoever stole it must have been able to slip in and out of the hotel. Maria was my sole representative in Cedric's territory. The entire hotel staff is on his payroll. Any one of them could have killed her on his behalf.
Was she important to you?
Maria devoted her entire life to our vision. She was absolutely committed to our company, to our project. I promised myself I'd reward her after we launched Spectrum Brown. I'd make sure she was comfortable for the rest of her life. She was also our voice of reason. She was sensible, and I appreciated her advice. I never got to tell her that.
Enough talk. I'll find whoever did this.
Make them suffer, Inspector.
So I managed to track down Black Hole Birdie.
I'm pleased to hear that. Birdie Holcomb is a valuable asset to the Rizzo's Rangers property. When Helen was murdered, Birdie was nowhere to be found. The timing of his disappearance is unfortunate.
Birdie's something of a character, but he's harmless. I feel a little bad for him.
Try not to feel too bad for him. Birdie is a brilliant athlete. The universe has balanced his talent by making him a slackwit.
Go easy on him. He just lost the love of his life.
I don't understand what it was that Helen saw in Birdie. Whatever it was, she seemed to trust him implicitly. He was always on his best behavior around her. Or he tried. I'm not a heartless man, Inspector. I know that losing Helen must have shaken Birdie to his core. Be plain with me, Inspector. Do you believe Black Hole Birdie killed Helen?
I really don't.
I'm relieved to hear that. I happen to be something of a fan of the hack attack. I'd hate to see him processed for murder, but we need to be absolutely sure. I'd like you to continue your investigation. Notify me as soon as you're ready to make a formal accusation.
By the way, Birdie agreed to stay at the Grand Colonial.
I appreciate that. I'd rather keep Birdie within the public eye than let him languish in a bar at the docks. I'll make my report of your investigation into Birdie. Do you have anything else for me?
Yeah, I finished my investigation into Jasmine Leva, the Prophet of Profitability.
Ms. Leva earned that title, but not for the reasons you'd expect. The profit business has been profitable for the hotel. Not so much for Ms. Leva's followers. So, tell me, what did you find?
She's clearly in over her head.
Really? What makes you say that?
She's worried. She thinks her enemies are trying to blackmail her.
You're saying she was paranoid. Interesting. I'll have to make a note of her psychological state in my report. Does the Prophet strike you as a reasonable candidate for Helen's murderer?
Still considering my options, but no, I doubt she did it.
I'll bear that in mind. Thank you for the update, Inspector. I'll include everything you've told me in my official report.
I'm getting a ton of bit cartridges. I looked into Cedric.
Closely, I trust. Tell me what you found.
I'm about to disappoint you. He's got an alibi.
Of course he's got an alibi. He runs Sublight Underground. He probably starts his day by preparing half a dozen alibis. With that in mind, do you think Cedric was responsible for Helen's death?
Helen was making money for Cedric. I doubt he has a motive for killing her.
No motive. That's disappointing, because it's exactly the conclusion he'd want us to make. Unfortunately, even I don't have the authority to detain Cedric. His line of work is dangerous, though. There's always a chance for an accident.
Sorry to disappoint you, Ludovico. He's alive and well.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. I've already lost Dr. Blossom and Constable Keene, but at least Cedric's alive.
I find it
The
strange that
universe
he's not,
is a just place.
he's not giving me an option to report on Spencer Woolrich. Did I forget to do something in that quest? Oh! I have to go confront Spencer. Oh, let's go to the VIP floor before.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get you to your floor on the double.
Yeah, VIP floor, please.
If you see Black Hole Birdie, be sure to get an autograph for me. Just joking. I've already got one.
I forgot. I thought that I had completed that quest, but no, I have to confront Spencer. He's probably going to offer some more info that will exonerate him in some form or fashion. So. We'll have to go check the blackboard as well for Spencer Woolrich once, not the blackboard, but you know, the investigation board, so to speak. Alright, so let's go chat with Spencer.
You're here. I hope you have the photon proto-distributor, or we're never leaving this damn facility. That was from the Twin Spies. I played a sentient mechanical. Ask me anything at all. I might even give you a straight answer.
So they clearly used a brand new voice actor for this character, which is great. He's not in the base game. I've learned a thing or two about your activities in the hotel.
Oh, have you now? Please do go on. Don't leave me in suspense.
I have security footage of you tampering with Helen's last meal.
Tampering? No, no, no. I just happened to be passing through the kitchen and saw a dish that looked good. If being hungry is a crime, you better indict 3/4 of Halcyon.
So, quick question: was it you that wanted? Was it you who you wanted with a Terror Ray bile gland? Sorry. So, quick question: what was it with you? What was it you wanted with a Terror Ray bile gland?
What? That damn bellhop promised discretion. Well, if you must know, it's an appetite suppressant. How do you think I keep my form so lithe? Terror Ray glands keep me from feeling hunger pangs.
I've never heard of that. You sure you're talking about terror rays? Their bits tend to give folks the runs.
Oh, that's it. I'm firing my nutritionist this instant.
If the Terror gland was an appetite suppressant, you wouldn't be hungry if you took it.
Oh, well, there's... maybe I just wanted to see what was in it. Oh, law. What a pathetic defense. As it so happens, I may not have had the Terror gland acquired for personal use. I may have placed it in Bellamy's meal. But before you indict me, please, just listen. I wasn't trying to kill her.
So you lied about being poisoned.
Lie is such a strong word. But even if I had chosen to poison myself, the danger should have been minimal. Terror Ray glands aren't supposed to be lethally poisonous. They're supposed to cause extreme lethargy, as if you'd inhaled several quarts of Spectrum vodka. She would have had to eat 6 or 7 of the glands to die, and even then it would be an extended, arduous process.
Why poison her at all?
I was just getting to that. I only wanted her to be incapacitated during the Brown unveiling. With her out of commission, the next available celebrity, myself, would get to host the unveiling. Please think twice about telling the administrator of my misdeeds. If he learns the truth, what's left of my career will be left in shambles.
What would you want me to say instead?
Tell him it was a poisonous mushroom, or a bite from some poisonous insect. An accident. I promise I shall make up for my actions. Pay to erect a statue in Helen's honor, or perhaps even dedicate a performance to her memory.
All right, I keep your part in this a secret because I really somehow like him.
Thank you very much, Inspector. And for what it's worth, I really do hope you find the true murderer.
All right, so now we have to report this to Ludovico. Let me go check the board, though, at the suite.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get you to your floor on the double.
Bring me to the penthouse suite.
Next stop, the finest seat in the house.
Alright, let's check if there's anything new on this board. Suspects. Spencer Woolrich. Nope, nothing new. Nope. Alright, let's go talk to Ludovico. Let me just do a manual save here, because, yeah, I get the feeling that I'm going to have the choice of accusing someone. And to be honest, I don't want to accuse anybody, really, because I don't think that I've found the actual killer yet.
Inspector?
I've completed my investigation into Helen's poisoning.
Excellent. I trust you have a name for our poisoner.
No, they covered their tracks too well.
Are you saying you were outmaneuvered, Inspector?
Trophy.
Because that isn't what I want to hear.
Totus.
What I want to hear is, yes, Mr. Ludovico, I've discovered the identity of a dangerous anarchist. I hope you will redouble your efforts in pursuit of Helen's killer.
All right, I know who killed Halcyon Helen. Hold on, just let me read the quest before. You've investigated 2 suspects in the case of Helen's death. You are making progress. If you believe you know the name of the murderer, speak to Administrator Ludovico and make your accusation. Otherwise, continue your investigation and look into any additional suspects. Okay. So it says you're confident that you've investigated everyone who may have had a hand in Helen's death.
Inspector?
So I know who killed Halcyon Helen.
I've been waiting for this. Tell me, Inspector, who killed Halcyon Helen?
Let's go with this one. You did.
I beg your pardon. You think I killed Halcyon Helen?
I've interviewed everyone else. You're the most likely culprit.
I knew hiring you was a mistake. I expect you to deliver the name of Helen's killer. I expect you to deliver results, Inspector. And if you can't withstand the pressure, then I expect you to resign. We're done. Your services are no longer necessary.
You sound pretty defensive, Ludovico. Got something to hide?
I'm defensive, Inspector, because I'm under attack. I am assaulted by your perfidious and baseless accusations. You're convinced I murdered Halcyon Helen. Fine. Show me some evidence.
I don't need proof. My instincts haven't led me wrong before.
If you have no proof, then you have no case. And I have no further use for you. Wait, don't move a muscle. Someone's just tripped my alarm. And my security defenses. And killed my patrols. The distillery is under attack. Someone's after me, Inspector. I need you over here right now.
Inspector, huh? I thought you said my services were no longer required.
Forget what I said. I'm renewing your contract as of this moment. Damn it. Someone's interfering with my transmission. Can you read the...
There's no answer. So, guys, should we help him out, or...
Whoever the real killer is. I got a feeling they're going after Mr. Ludovico. We need to catch up to him. Fast.
I guess, if we have to. Getting kind of tired of kicking my heels up in the penthouse all day.
All right. I got nothing going on.
We should definitely go. As for helping him, maybe we take the wait-and-see approach?
From the depths of Terra 2 to the heights of Eridanos, there's no mess that your SAM unit can't unstick, unclog, or unsully.
Think of this as an opportunity to teach Mr. Ludovico the importance of compassion.
Alright, so we have a new quest now. It's called Naked Hunch. Someone is attacking the Distillation Station. Administrator Ludovico may be the target. He reported a critical security breach. Someone is after him or something he's protecting. Head to the Distillation Station and catch up with the assailant. So let's head there right now.
Aha! Always so nice to hear you, Inspector. I'll get you to your floor on the double.
Exit the Grand Colonial, please. Because I'm assuming that this is outside of the hotel, right? Yeah, definitely outside the hotel.
Got it? Inside voices.
Mess with us.
Down they go!
Everything's looking peachy now. Big mistake. Come on! To make you smile.
Well, I'll give these guys something. They do camouflage really well into the environment. But these this armor that they're wearing, it's all purple, and all the
I hope I didn't get blood on my clothes.
and all of the flowers around here appear to be purple. I wonder why. Purple berry. Anyways. Oh, did we never... This must have been blocked off before. Okay, all stealing. I hear a, what is it, a vending machine? Yes.
I could never work for Slug. They're not recognized by the board.
Well, maybe it was available, but I just never explored it. I don't know. I really don't know. Well, seems like there's enemies around here. Okay. Another one of those telescopes over there. Yeah, it seems like every island has these. Rizzo's Beverage
You think
Park.
that fountain's got real purple berry juice?
I guess. Just gonna give the area a little bit of a look around. That's pretty nice. All those colors. Can I get into that? I don't think so. But I can unlock this if I put my pick locking stuff. It's just that it's not really worth it. I really like that perk where you can see the contents of a container before you lockpick it. That's pretty sweet. So there's an elevator I can use to get in.
Gosh, it's actually kind of cheerful. Almost makes you forget they're probably hiding a terrible secret in there.
I get up here, though? Oh, there's a ramp. Well, of course there's a ramp. Enemies, too.
Good. Be your friend.
Okay, let's see if it's going to make it pristine. Nope, not yet. So that's just another bridge that leads to somewhere else, so I don't really need to go there now. And on this side, so I'm guessing I can't go in through the front entrance. I must have locked it down. Oh yeah, I can. But I can also go through the elevator. Let's try the elevator. Which was over here, I think. How big is this place? 3 floors. Come on, map. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward, though. And the place I need to go to is on the 2nd floor. Alright. What's this? What the?
It's you. I had a feeling you'd catch up to me sooner or later, Inspector. I was just hoping you'd find me standing over the Administrator's corpse.
What in law's name? Halcyon Helen, how are you still alive?
I called it.
Oh, is that Ludovico I hear? Perfect. I'm so glad he's still in the building. Would you mind letting him know I'm about to blow his whole operation to flinders?
I saw this coming a mile away.
Coming from anyone else, I might have scoffed. But you? I can believe you saw through my charade, Inspector. I've heard about you and your ship, Hawthorne. You're one of the few competent people left in this colony. That makes us two of a kind.
The corpse in the ballroom, I'm guessing she's a body double?
She was much more to me than a body double. Halcyon Helen was never one person. I shared this role with my twin sister, Belinda.
That must have been her sister in the ballroom. I can't imagine what she's going through right now.
Belinda and I were the best kept secret in the business. Nobody could tell us apart. And certainly not a peevish, petty, miserable little worm like Quentin Ludovico. So when I discovered the truth, when I realized what Ludovico was about to unleash on this colony, Belinda paid the price.
I'm sorry about Belinda.
So am I. I'm sorry I wasn't there for her. I'm sorry I couldn't protect her. Killing the Administrator won't bring her back. But it'll feel good.
I have no regrets. I did exactly what I had to do. I'd do it again. If it means defending Halcyon's future, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Tell the truth, Ludovico. There's nothing safe about Spectrum Brown. You want to infest this entire colony with those disgusting parasites.
They're not parasites. These creatures are symbiotic life forms. They belong to the highest order of life form, capable of living in perfect harmony with humanity. The symbiotes evoke a feeling of joy in their host. A bliss so pure, so profound as to render the most exquisite recreational substance obsolete. Oh, don't you see, Inspector? I want to bring joy back to Halcyon. I want this colony to smile again.
Yeah, I figured he was infected. They're not symbiotes. I've seen the way the infected behave.
A host only turns violent if they're carrying too many symbiotes, or if they see you as a threat. In its natural state, the relationship between symbiote and host is perfectly harmless. Listen to me. I never wanted to take a life, but I had no choice. I couldn't let anyone destroy this colony's only chance at real happiness. But what about Helen? What about all the innocent people she's killed?
No one I crossed off was innocent.
That was you in the labs. You killed Dr. Blossom.
Have you met Dr. Blossom? She was practically a reptile. A cold-blooded psychopath who toyed with human lives in the name of scientific advancement. Leora Blossom wasn't a person. She was a weapon in Ludovico's arsenal. You call it murder? I call it disarming my enemy.
I know you killed the Rangers mascot.
The mascot was a spy working for Ludovico. He was ordered to keep an eye on Belinda and I, and report back to his master.
You're being paranoid. I barely knew the fellow.
Don't try to deny it. Anywhere Belinda and I went, that mascot was there, just watching us with those cold, dead eyes.
I found him rummaging through your things.
That doesn't surprise me at all. He was on Ludovico's side, just like the others. Dr. Leora Blossom, Maria Keene, that flackwit of a mascot, they were standing between me and Ludovico, so I did what I had to do. I went through them.
You killed Constable Keene, she was on your side.
She was on Ludovico's side. When she realized I was alive, she refused to stay silent. I gave Maria a chance. I told her about Belinda. I asked for her help, but she turned me down. She was honor-bound to report me to Ludovico. Maria had a duty to her company, and I had a duty to Belinda. We both did what we had to. But in the end, I was the faster shot.
I've heard enough.
You know what you need to do. Help me avenge Belinda. Help me put a stop to this.
Don't listen to her. Listen to me. Throw in with Helen and you destroy Halcyon's only chance at real happiness. Think of the future, Inspector. A lifetime of bliss and joy for every colonist in Halcyon. We can make that happen.
Wait, Helen, I still have more questions.
You want me to explain my grand plan in the middle of a climactic moment like some two-bit serial villain? Do I look like Spencer Woolrich to you? We've talked enough. You're either with me, or you're with the Administrator.
I'm with you. Let's get out of here.
The lesser of two evils, I suppose. Let's get...
We don't have a lot of time. We need to get out of here.
Not so fast. I've sealed the bulkhead doors. You're staying right where you are. I'm sorry to do this to you, Inspector. Truly I am. If it's any consolation, Helen has brought some remarkably powerful explosives. Your death should be instantaneous. Goodbye, Inspector. Helen, we won't meet again.
Damn it. He sealed us in, but I think I know another way out. Follow me and stay close.
Let's move. Okay, so I cannot save my game. Yes, I can. Okay. I'm going to do a separate save because I want to see if maybe if I side with Ludovico, maybe it's going to offer a different path, but... okay, so... Yeah, I don't really have time to pick up stuff, do I? Maybe the spectrum down. I swear a lot. Also, I don't think there's actually a time limit.
Head through that door. There's another way out.
Oh. Those pipes are gonna hurt, though. Okay.
There.
Oh.
I've opened that door.
Thank you. I was like, where do I go? Oh my goodness. I could barely hear her, but I think she said to throw that switch. Wait, did my crew make it?
We may have put a stop to Ludovico's operations, but he's still at large. He's probably gone into hiding, so we're going to root him out.
What's the plan?
This entire complex has been exposed to those parasites. Law only knows how many they've infected. Most of them won't even know they're carrying a parasite inside of them. If they're showing symptoms, it's probably already too late. Boundless energy, insufferable joy, an almost saccharine attitude of optimism. Then just like that, parasites bursting out of their bodies, fat and wriggling with vital energy.
There must be some kind of pesticide, benign to humans, lethal to parasites.
You're a step ahead of me, Inspector. An airborne pesticide of some kind. I think you may be onto something. Let's meet back at your penthouse. We'll ready our next move.
I'll meet you there. Actually, hold on, I have questions.
Not here. In private, back at the penthouse. Also, I rather like the ambiance there.
Okay.
See you soon, Inspector.
No problem. So, now the next step is to meet with Helen. So yeah, I'm going to finish the episode here, actually, because I have some other stuff to do. But next time, we'll go and meet back with Helen at the Grand Colonial, at the penthouse. So, thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.